So it goes like this. I am a married woman with 3 children. When we got married, my husband had a stable job. He was firmly against the idea of me working, and after many arguments, I eventually agreed to be a stay-at-home mom and became a full-time housewife. A few years later, he lost his job and everything changed. We had no source of income. His savings quickly started running out. We were forced to move into a more affordable house and transfer our children to a cheaper school. With no other choice, I started taking on casual jobs to make ends meet. This time, he did not object. He supported me. But now, years later, he is still unemployed. Oh my God. He stays at home all day. I have encouraged him to try casual jobs too, but he refuses. He says he cannot bring himself to do that kind of work, especially in front of people who know him. I even suggested we relocate somewhere new where he could work without shame, but he was still not open to that idea. Most companies today are hiring younger people, and when he does not get job offers or is turned down, or he turns them down, saying the pay is too low for him. Honestly, I feel like he has lost all hope. I am beginning to feel the weight of it too. He spends most of his time indoors, disconnected. I do not know how long I can carry this burden on my own. Please, how do I help him? I am emotionally and physically drained. I am afraid of where this road is leading. Ooh, girl, that sounds tough. It sounds hectic. The fact that, he was, the breadwinner, and he took care of business for the longest time, and then he loses his job, and you now start picking up things, and he's like, okay, cool. But now he does not seem motivated to, do something else. Even going as far as rejecting, pay job offers because the pay is too low. It sounds like depression, and I understand how he may feel, and I empathize with the situation, but at the same time, the world is still moving, bills are still accruing, things are still happening, and I understand that pressure that men have to be the providers and how they may feel some type of way when they're not in a position to provide what they used to, or the lifestyle in your household has shifted because you're no longer able to provide that for your family. I understand, where he's coming from and how that could affect him. But, now it's become now a you problem. Honestly, I have no solution. I can only empathize with the situation, because how do you get him out of this depressive episode? Does he even want to come out of this depressive episode? Has he come to terms with the fact that things have changed? I can no longer do this for my family. Okay, it has happened. Now what? These are the conversations supposed to be having. Now what do we do? How do we move on from here? But he just seems stagnant, stuck, angry, depressed, isolated, disconnected. I can only empathize with the situation. I honestly do not have any advice for this situation.
Yeah. A lot of men's value, position in life, and even ego is highly contributed to by the kind of jobs they have and the kind of money that they have and the kind of way in which they can provide for a family. So, and the identity is also really, really latched on their jobs and what they do for profession and how much money they make, that kind of thing. There's a whole lot that is hinging on the kind of job he has and the kind of way he provides for his family. So when that is taken away from him, the ability to do those things, his identity is shaken, right? Because this is who he is at his core. He is a guy who works in IT, right? And he brings home X amount of money, and they live at, address B, and they drive car D. That kind of lifestyle, clearly you can tell that he's a person who was living a very good, they were living a very good life, and they had really good earning capacity and potential. But now all this is stripped. It takes, imagine if you woke up one day and you didn't know who you are, that's difficult to maneuver. It's difficult to understand. It's difficult to try and find your identity again by trying and finding a job and realizing that, yeah, time has gone past. People have different skill levels. You realize that employers are no longer hiring entry level jobs because AI can do that, can do data entry, can do sorting and organizing. They want people with experience, but then your experience does not equate to how much money you're earning now, because there's so many other people who are so well qualified and are getting the jobs for cheaper. This happens all the time. So I can really start to imagine how that can be a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Considering what kind of job do you have? Are you able to provide for your family as well? Is this something that your partner is okay with? Are they comfortable with you being the provider or being the new provider in the household? This is a lot of stuff to discuss. I think it's time for you to maybe see a marriage counselor. If you can no longer handle it, it's important for you to see someone who can help you navigate this very difficult time, because it's impossible to navigate it on your own. You have no skill set other than you are the person's wife, you know? You have no tools other than, I'm sorry, I empathize. You all need to find outside help to help you out. If it needs to get to a point where you get advice on recruiters for the kinds of jobs that this person has, you need to start finding recruiters. If he has to go back to his Rolodex and find his old contacts and have these conversations with them, beg, plead, scrape, whatever he needs to do to get his job again, do that. If that's not the case, are you now going to be the new breadwinner? How do you guys manage that? How do you navigate that? I think it's important for you to have an outside voice to help you figure this out. And yeah, I would recommend one, Ndoa. Ndoa is very good. Premarital counseling, post, all that. It can really help you out. You guys need to speak to someone about this, because it's difficult for even us to really help, you know. I've been in the situation, and even being in the situation, I still don't know how we got out of that. Like, I really can't tell you that this is what we did. No, we just got lucky. My husband got another job. Like, I wouldn't have known what else to do, you know. It's difficult, yeah. But be empathetic, be kind, you know, be understanding, listen. He may tell you exactly what you need to do, but if it doesn't work out that way, speak to an outside person. Like, seek outside from outside. Seek advice from an outside perspective. Yes.